Starting off the Just Me analysis here on the weekly time frame, so every candlestick is 1 week and this price action goes back to May 2022. What is interesting, since May 2022 the price got supported on top of the range between 0.008 and 0.009, multiple weekly candles as you can see. Eventually Just Me lost the support zone in September of 2022. That was literally continuation of the bear market, and then we had the first initial rally which started in December of 2022, another backtest of this previous support zone, which then flipped into resistance. Huge pullback for Just Me, another attempt, a double top, another huge pullback occurred after that back in May 2023, and then we had another huge impulsive rally for Just Me which started in October of 2023 with higher highs and higher lows. We broke aggressively beyond the resistance which previously around provided massive resistance for Just Me, and then we had huge rallies which occurred in 2024 and lasted until December of 2024, where Just Me peaked at a price of 6 cents. Unfortunately, from that point onwards we saw a significant decline in the Just Me price. We broke beyond a very important support zone which provided support from March 2024 all the way to October, and unfortunately Just Me lost the support and is right now retesting this support as new resistance, I would say, and that zone is located between 1.5 cents all the way up to 1.8 cents. So that is right now the crucial zone on the weekly time frame to break above for the Just Me price. It's super important that you understand the significance of this support zone between 1.5 and 1.8 cents, because basically since March we had support there going all the way to November of 2024. So for 245 days the Just Me price got supported on top of this range. We broke below this range and we are right now seeing a retest as new resistance. The good news here is that Just Me had a significant bounce from off this support zone. If I zoom out once again, and you can see the zone where we got supported at in 2022 and multiple rejections in 2023 is right now for the first time flipping into massive support for Just Me, because we got a significant bounce back to the upside here on the weekly time frame. We're talking about a bounce of approximately 115% to the upside for Just Me in literally a candle of 1 week, which is absolutely significant, and this shows us that there is definitely a lot of buying pressure going on. I'm going to show you that with the on-chain metrics as well, but if we focus on the technicals here, there's a pretty decent probability that the bottom has actually already been established for Just Me with the weekly candle from the 7th of April at 0.008. I do not think that there is a high likelihood that Just Me will break below this area. Yes, we could see some temporary, I would say, sell pressure in the short term, but eventually I do not think that this low is going to break for Just Me, since the reaction back to the upside was so significant in a very short amount of time. However, we need to break above this crucial resistance area here to confirm a more bullish uptrend for Just Me. So to be clear guys, as long as the price stays below 1.8 cents, we should stay extremely cautious. Whenever we break above 1.8 cents, preferably with a weekly candle, that is your confirmation that the trend has shifted from a bearish correction back into a new uptrend, and then I do believe that we are going to set new highs here in the rest of 2025. If we zoom into the daily time frame, then we can see that potential bullish market structure is starting to form here for Just Me with higher highs and higher lows. But it's important that this trend remains intact for Just Me in order for me to call more upside here in the immediate short term. There's also potential somewhat like an inverted head and shoulders going on here for Just Me, but yeah, for that we need to break above that important 1.8 cents here to be golden and to see more continuation back to the upside. So what if we see more of a short-term cool-off or pullback for Just Me? What are the support levels below the current price? Now, first off, we got a bounce from off the 0.382 Fibonacci level at 1.32 to be precise. You can see that the price bounced from off this area. I'm not sure whether this is the local bottom here for Just Me or whether we're going to see a more deeper correction before eventually continuation of the trend reversal to the upside, so just be aware of that. If we see more of a pullback here in the short term for Justme, the next support area to look at is 1.2 cents, and if we go even deeper than that, then we have the golden Fibonacci ratio around 1.1 cents for Justme. So yeah, these are the areas to look at. But yeah, for now the market structure starts to look very promising for Justme. To be clear, I do not think that there is a high probability that Justme will set a new low below the low from the 7th of April, but to confirm a more bullish trend we need to break above 1.8 cents. Furthermore guys, if we take a look at some on-chain metrics, this is the liquidation heat map for Justme on the Binance exchange. You can see that almost all the liquidity is currently from short positions, so people betting on lower prices, and what price typically does is it goes against most traders and investors in the market. Sentiment is extremely negative, extremely bearish, and that is typically whenever trend reverses into the direction no one expects. And yes, since the majority of people in the market are currently expecting lower prices, I think sooner rather than later price is going to reverse to the upside, and we're going to see that massive short squeeze, in other words a move to the upside. But just be aware, there is some tiny liquidity below the current price, so it is always a possibility in the immediate short term to see slight more downside before eventually that reversal back to the upside. If you want to trade this, simply just wait for confirmation above that important 1.8 cents before jumping into crazy new long positions. But yeah, the liquidation heat map definitely looks very bullish for Justme and for crypto in general. Now furthermore, if we take a look at the search interest for Justme on the Google Trends indicator with Justme as the search term in the past 12 months, then we can see that Justme search interest has literally collapsed. Retail attention has vanished. There is almost no interest anymore in the crypto market, and that is visible on almost every single altcoin out there. You want to get into positions whenever retail is not interested, and you want to take profits whenever retail is very interested, as we have seen here in December last year. That was when Justme search interest peaked, and had you took some profits back then it would have saved you a lot of losses here in 2025. Because if I zoom out here for Justme, then you can see back in December the price was around 6 cents, and we had a huge correction, a huge shakeout, a correction of 86% to the downside. So this is definitely a metric to take very seriously. I also urge all of you to follow me over on X at Steph_iscrypto with the blue check mark, because I'm posting these on-chain metrics, on-chain data and technicals on a daily basis over there. It's definitely valuable information, so follow me over there. But once again guys, be extremely careful, because there are a lot of impersonators, fake X accounts out there that will comment you, they will ask you for money. That is not me guys. Be extremely cautious out there. I also have a free Telegram where I also provide a lot of alpha that is completely for free, so also check that out. But continuing here with the analysis, if we take a look at Justme open interest, then we can see that open interest is extremely low right now. Retail washed out, smart money is loading up. Back in December when Justme peaked at 6 cents, you can see that open interest was extremely high, so a lot of leverage in the market. But right now open interest is extremely low, even lower than it was at the beginning of November last year, and that tells you a lot guys. This is a very good time to be invested in the market. Another interesting metric to look at is the highest inflow and outflow. So basically, what is smart money? What are the whales doing right now? And this is the data from the past 7 days, and you can see top exchange wallets see massive Justme weekly outflows. You can see that over here, heavy whale accumulation is going on. So yeah, the whales are definitely purchasing Justme here on the dip. I do believe that Justme is right now at a very nice discount, guys. I think that Justme is here to stay. I think we are about to see a very nice continuation of 2025. So if you're not already into positions on the spot market, or maybe with low leverage swing trade positions, I think right now is an excellent moment to do so. Smart money is definitely loading up, and I think that we are going to see continuation very soon to the upside for crypto. and for Just Me. So if you want to buy or trade Just Me or any kind of altcoin, then definitely sign up to Weeks or sign up to Blowfin down below in the video description. Massive welcome bonuses up to 30k here on Weeks. It's literally as simple as signing up with an email, a password, and you're good to go within a few seconds. I use these exchanges myself. I hold some funds on these exchanges. It's always good to diversify among multiple exchanges and hardware wallets, of course. But yeah, if you're looking for a safe exchange to trade on, I would definitely recommend Weeks or Blowfin. Links down below in the video description. 0% trading fees, which is absolutely massive if you use my link down below. So definitely check it out. All the links are in the video description. Now continuing here with the analysis, if we take a look at inflation, markets now price in a 61.5% chance of a Fed rate cut by the 18th of June. You can see that over here.
Host intro. Hey everyone, welcome back to Sahnews Crypto News. Let's dive into the biggest XRP updates for April 21st, 2025, and trust me, there's a lot to be excited about. 1. Coinbase launches XRP futures. Big move today. Coinbase Derivatives just launched XRP futures contracts under the ticker XRL. Each contract covers 10,000 XRP, that's around $20,000 at current prices. These are cash settled, fully regulated, and designed with built-in protections to avoid major price swings. It's another step toward institutional adoption and a more mature XRP market. 2. XRP price snapshot and market mood. Right now, XRP is trading between $2.09 and $2.12, making a slight recovery after recent volatility. It's been a rough month, down 16%, thanks to global macro issues like US tariffs hitting risk assets. Investor sentiment? Still cautious. The Fear and Greed Index sits at 37, that's fear territory. Technically, XRP is struggling to break past resistance around $2.26, and momentum looks neutral for now. 3. Legal wins and ETF buzz. Ripple's legal win over the SEC back in March is still sending shockwaves. The security label is off the table, and confidence is up. Now the buzz is all about a potential XRP spot ETF. According to Polymarket, there's a 73% chance of approval this year. If that happens, we could see up to $8 billion flow into XRP. 4. Short-term price forecasts. Let's talk charts. XRP is currently forming a descending triangle, with strong support at $2 and resistance around $2.50. A clean breakout above $2.65 could send it racing toward $3.50. But if it slips under $2, expect a dip toward $1.70. Elliott wave patterns suggest a short-term pullback to around $1.89, before another leg up. 5. Ripple partnerships heating up. RippleNet now powers over 300 financial institutions, with big names like Santander and American Express using XRP for cross-border payments. And just in, Ripple's teamed up with Dubai to enhance payment systems in the UAE. XRP's global utility is expanding fast. 6. Long-term predictions and what-ifs. Looking ahead. Analysts say XRP could land anywhere between $1.45 and $4.78 by year-end, with the high end likely if we get that ETF approval. Here's a fun what-if. If XRP handled just 1% of SWIFT's $5 trillion in daily payments, the price could hit $35.86. And for the long haul? Standard Chartered sees XRP hitting $12.50 by 2028, driven by central bank partnerships and institutional adoption. Final thoughts, what to watch? Key levels, keep your eyes on the $2 support and $2.50 resistance, these are make or break zones. Macro news, trade wars, inflation, they still matter. ETF watch, any news from the SEC could move markets instantly.